Hello, everybody, and it has been a while, but welcome to the Boys in the Pod. And yes, it has been a while since me, Whoover, has hosted one of these episodes, but today we host a very special episode. I haven't introduced you yet.
I was cheering your return.
As you can hear, the interrupting turtle guy has interrupted his way into the show, and
Fuck you.
the
I
patient
have
Cyber
evolved.
has waited to be announced. Cyber.
Hi,
I was
how's
hyping
things?
Hoover up.
I thought you were doing like the is it really that long? But I am looking at the list and it's been a long time.
Mhm.
I am giving Hoover a nice warm return. Unlike, I didn't want him to be like, I was helping him.
The last episode that Hoover hosted was the best episode ever and it came out on the 24th of November.
Was it though?
Yeah, we didn't have you in it, no.
Oh, damn! Shots are being fired! Call the police! Turtle Guy
Yeah.
is down.
Yeah, except here's your problem, Turtle Guy. I am the police, and I'm arresting you.
And then just spat out my
Yeah, well.
caffeinated drink. Holy shit, I didn't expect that. That was funny. Oh,
So,
Carbonated, I
yeah,
should say.
it's been a hot second since Hoover has been in the commanding seat
the
that we have
command
here
sheet.
at the Boys in the Pod studios. We have a studio
Yes.
now. Hip
We-
hip hooray!
It's definitely true.
It's three separate houses
Guys, why
that
won't
none
you
of us
let
are in
me
the same
into
house.
studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, Turtle Guy, I almost said your name. Turtle Guy, that's how long it's been for me. To host all of these days. I always just fully blurted Turtle Guy's name. It's Dave, by the way. No.
Yeah, that's why I chose this name.
So, why have I gathered you here? I actually didn't gather you at all. In fact, you two boys were here before I was here. So, why have you brought me here to host this pod?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why after small talk.
Oh,
Talk
nice,
small,
good. I
yeah.
thought he was gonna forget small talk, Turtle Guy. I was gonna be like, wow,
Are
it
we
has
bringing
really
back
been a
the
while.
segment? Are we bringing it back?
Well, David didn't
Oh,
want to
we're
do it,
putting-
so it's up to Hoover.
Fuck David.
Oh, David didn't want to do fashion segment? Well,
Untitled faction.
Get it right.
wait, sorry,
Get it
what?
right. You're the one that gets it wrong all the time, Turtle Guy. Fashion Report, I think, is the official name.
Oh,
I said
fashion
fashion
report.
report this time.
Yeah, that's the fashion segment.
You
You know what? Go for it, but I'm gonna go first because mine will. Sorry, I totally talked over your fashion report tune.
It's okay.
Go again.
It's
Go again.
usually incorrect.
No, yeah, go again. We need the exact same thing.
It's fashion report.
was
And
pretty
that's
close.
fashion report with Turtle Guy. So
What? I don't know what I'm imitating anymore.
I think it changed. I think the theme changes every
You
every
think?
episode. I think.
I
Yeah,
know
well,
it changes.
Turtle Guy, you know me. I'm not on the pod as often as the rest of you boys are.
But
Why?
you
We'll
listen,
never know.
right?
I'll hold on to my
Yeah, you
secrets.
listen, right? Of course he listens. Why do we even need to make that joke? Of course he listens.
Yeah, I'm on episode.
Well, I
I'm
don't
on
even know the episode
two.
number, man. I don't know. Don't bring
two.
that up. I have no idea.
I'm on episode 2.
Okay, well, I know we're not on episode 2, anyway.
So yeah, so what's happening? No fashion report? I'm going first with my fashion because my fashion is definitely the shittest at the moment. I'm in pajamas.
Until I came along.
That's my fashion. Barefoot in pajamas.
I am in
There
fluffy
you go.
socks. I'm in pajama bottoms, and I'm in a big ol' hoodie covered with rugby players for some reason. I don't follow rugby. I just own this, and that's what I'm wearing right now. It's very nice and comfy. I will say that though.
Love it. Total guy.
I am wearing trousers.
Where is the pause?
I'm wearing a shirt. I'm wearing like an overshirt. I'm wearing, I think, no, I'm not wearing a jacket. I'm wearing a thing.
What the fuck does that mean?
Can we just can
we
you
go
just
back to
like
the
all of
pause?
you join me on this journey where like let's just imagine this scenario where Turtle Guy is holding a fashion show and he's like announcing the piece is coming on, and so this is Turtle Guy's like piece coming on, and so here we have this guy in trousers and a shirt. Yep, that's a shirt and a thing.
And an overshirt.
Enjoy, and people go mad.
Oh,
for
I
it.
know what that is
I'm
actually.
not-
Never mind, I'm not dumb. I do know what an overshirt is. It's a shirt that
An
goes over a
overshirt.
shirt. I do know that now. I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna lie. When you said it the first time, I hadn't a fucking clue what he was talking about, but I do now. I do now.
Well, that was a good fashion report. It's nice to know that we're not being very fashionable right now. At least I'm not the only one in
Yeah.
pajamas. Most of
Yeah,
the time
pajamas are comfy.
I'm the only one in pajamas. But that's good to know.
Pajamas are comfy.
That's good to know.
Pajamas are underrated as a form of relaxation, lounge wear.
No, I think people know pajamas are very, very exactly rated. I don't think pajamas are underrated. Everyone
I think
knows
they're very
pajamas
underrated.
Are like, I don't think so. I think people know if you want to be.
Everyone's
comfort,
fine when you're wearing pajamas.
comfort
No
is in
one.
pajamas.
You're in pajamas. You're at home. Nobody bats an eye. But you try to jump out of a plane in pajamas, and everyone starts shouting. It makes no sense. We need everything.
No,
we need pajamas
Cyber-
to be fine.
So I think you should just normalize pajamas in everyday settings. I see people going to the store in their pajamas, and I'm like, you go for it. You go for it.
Yeah,
but
I
like,
agree.
in what? If you're gonna go in your pajamas, I think you should commit to your pajamas. Don't try hiding it with like a
What?
jacket or something.
What if it's cold?
You know what else?
in
Just
your
while we're on the
pajamas.
topic of like normalizing,
Do you have a jacket
clothing-
pajamas?
jacket pajamas.
Yeah, I'm wearing that now. I'm wearing the thing. Like
You said you were wearing
the
trousers and
robe.
a shirt and a thing.
The robe. Me and Turtle Guy are men
The
of
robe.
robes. We have the cloak. Well, it's not really.
I'm not a
cloak,
man
doesn't
of a robe.
It doesn't have a hood. Does yours have a hood?
Yes.
Oh shit! Turtle Guy's a man of the cloak. He is mistborn. I can make these references
I'm
now.
not a
reading.
priest.
No, is that what that means?
But like, just before we move on to small talk, just normalizing clothes that shouldn't be worn outside. Like, how do you feel about people wearing Crocs like in everyday settings? I feel like that should be normalized.
I don't have anything wrong with Crocs. I feel like they might necessarily be slightly inadvantageous in poor weather conditions, but in general terms of fashion, I don't have anything against Crocs.
I'm like, if I need to get somewhere quickly and I'm like, I don't want to put on shoes, I'll be like, Crocs. I'm gonna put on my Crocs.
And he
Go
kills
out barefoot in
alligators.
Crocs.
He kills crocodiles and he skins them, and then that's his morning routine. Then he just wears them like his feet. Entire crocodiles.
I stick my feet into the back of crocodiles and I walk around, and every time I take a step, they go hump 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 hump.
Num 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 num.
And then people are like, "Hey, watch the Crocs," and I'm like, "I can't, I can't."
See you later, alligator.
Anyway, let's conclude fashion report. Small talk? How are we doing, boys? How are we?
Bum 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 bum. Fashion report.
Okay, now fashion report has ended. Now that we've had the official theme conclude that segment. Small talk, boys. How are
You
we
gotta
doing?
be professional. I want fashion report.
You choose this
stick
episode
around.
to be
I
professional.
don't think professional is something any of these episodes have ever conveyed.
I think professional went out of the window since episode 1.
Look, we've had the literal
Episode two,
trash
be
episode.
Yeah.
So, which was me, I will admit. But conversation
I
enders
think
also
that's getting
exist.
a sequel, no?
No, I hope not. I really hope not.
Rumor on
Do
the
you have to
grapevine.
host it for it to be a sequel, or can it be
No,
like
no,
any
no.
one of
Like
us?
you could decide.
Can
You know what? I want to
any
make a
one of us
superheroes
host it
3.
and be like, oh no, we're going into the trash episode.
No, we can.
Number 2.
We can, because leaving your
Trash harder.
mark part 3 is being threatened multiple times. It has yet to see reality though.
I thought we did leave in your mark part 3.
We did 2, and we joked. One episode was nearly a part 3, but we salvaged it. We salvaged it.
Anyway,
Did we though?
We did, because it's not named that, so...
Cyber, let's start with you. How's your small talk going?
My small talk is
Yeah.
pretty small. Nothing major happened. I had a busy day today of just kind of paperwork, and I don't want to get any more specific than that. I was just I thought it would take like, you know what? I can do these. I can get it done like a solid 2 hours. I took 4. So I have more of that to look forward to throughout my week. I also have a college essay that I need to get done that I vaguely forgot about, that I need to actually make sure that I write. What day is it today? How long do I have left? Oh shit, I have only 8 days to get that done. Okay, that's annoying.
You see, Cyber here is being humble. The paperwork he refers to is none other than presidential paperwork, because Cyber
Okay,
is the
of course,
president
sorry.
of the country.
Hey, Hoover.
Sorry to dox you, Mr. President.
Hoover.
Mr. President,
I wasn't supposed to be running until next week, Hoover. Oh, you rascal!
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. You know.
Mr.
know.
Vice President, you shouldn't have.
I like
You ruined the
I
surprise.
like to put my friends on
I'm the
pedestals,
first lady.
You know.
He thinks he's the
But
first lady.
you're
It's
the
really
first-
Hoover's the vice
Okay,
president.
so that's Turtle Guy's small talk. He has a married cyber.
We're married now.
I wasn't invited to the wedding. I
it was
feel
strictly
hurt,
professional.
but I'm gonna be civil and move on.
I like to keep my personal life and my professional life separate, Mr. Vice President. I'm sure you could understand.
I'm the vice president.
Of course, you're the
Ooh.
vice president, Mr. Vice
Yeah, the
President.
runner-up
I
is vice
hold
president.
too
We brought
much
that rule
power.
back.
So yeah, Turtle Guy, what's your small talk?
Yes.
Talk small to me, Turtle Guy. Talk small.
Oh, I do actually have an interesting little antidote for you all.
Well, by all
Antidote?
means, go ahead.
What are we sick by?
Yeah.
What do we need an antidote for?
You weren't sick, but I was sick. I was at work the other day, and we were at war.
Okay.
At war.
Quite literally, a
Bit
cold
dramatic.
war.
Okay.
Me and my fellow comrade at arms were innocently working away, working hard, making our families proud.
Okay.
Then
Yeah.
a bunch of rebels came into our camp
Okay.
and threw ice at us.
Okay.
I'm
So then
struggling to
me and my
figure out a
fellow
real-
comrade, we seeked retaliation. This would not stand. So we
Okay.
invented a weapon.
The weapon being.
Theory could only take us so far.
That's a weird.
Yeah,
We
put
had-
it into practice.
We didn't pay for a weapon. No, they used ice. We're not gonna. Well, I mean, my fellow comrade did have wild ideas,
Okay.
but it took well, not years, but again, this was a day-long war, but it was a cold war all the same.
And as
We
we all
got a
know,
plastic glove and filled it with water, thus inventing the atomic bomb. I mean, a bomb. We
okay.
then tested it.
Yeah.
We threw it at our first guinea pig. Not
Jesus
victim.
Christ.
You threw it at a
didn't
guinea pig?
burst. Not an actual guinea pig. One of the other coworkers that attacked us with ice in the first place, hence Cold War. We threw the glove at them. The glove full of water, and it didn't burst.
Wait, it's
It's
not a
almost
Cold
like
War
these
if you're
rubber
firing
gloves.
projectiles at each other. The whole point in the Cold War was that they
It
weren't
was a
doing
Cold
that.
War because they threw ice at us, you dummy!
I know,
Plus, I
but
hate to say it, I don't think the original Cold War started because someone threw ice.
okay, that might be slightly
I know
too
that, I'm
literal.
just making it funny. I told you it was an antidote.
For the Cold War. It's an antidote for what?
Are you not? Are you trying? I
just
thought you were
war.
trying to say anecdote. Are you actually trying to say antidote? Because
No,
they're
I
two
said
very
antidote.
different. Well, antidote,
I'm
and
saying
anecdote
the
are
right
different.
word.
Well, anecdote is not what you
Anecdote.
said there the last time.
Anecdote.
Anecdote. There you go. That's what you're saying.
Your atomic
Told
bomb
you.
of a rubber glove didn't work.
No, we then made a whole lot more, and war just kinda, I think we got bored of it.
You got bored of war. Just like in the Cold War, they got bored of war.
I don't think
Except
that's true.
I don't think that happened at
Hoover
all.
is just blissfully unaware of Vietnam
So
and the
your
Cuban Missile
anecdote
Crisis.
was just not a correct one. No.
I have another piece of small talk.
I think you can top Turtle Guy's poorly written anecdote. So go on.
I needed to
How
go to the
dare
toilet
you.
in college. I walked into the toilet and someone stole the door off the hinges of one of the stalls. That's my
Wow.
small talk. It was just a funny thing that I encountered in life that I've given up on believing people can use the toilets properly in public settings, and it's literally chaos in all of these.
Speaking of stealing the door off the hinges of a bathroom stall,
Where
we're
the
going to
fuck are
be
you
doing a
gonna-
bit of stealing ourselves.
What is your point? Wait,
What
whoa,
are we
whoa, whoa,
robbing?
whoa, 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 whoa! Where's your small
Oh.
talk, Hoover?
Oh, well, I was going to
Give us
ignore
something
small
small.
talk because I thought I found a good segue, but I'll talk small.
We can
Because
bring
it
back
was
to the segue.
requested.
I'll bring up the toilet
You
again.
know? Yeah, we'll pretend that like you
Yes.
didn't say it just there, and then you can say it again, and then
It'll be even
and then
funnier.
We'll bring up the segue. So audience, blip the last 2 minutes. We're not going to do it for you. Yeah, there we go. Some, yeah, Turtle Guy's poorly written anecdote. I'm about to top it with my own
Poorly
small
written.
talk. No, Turtle Guy, that was 5 months
It's
ago.
funny.
Wait, he's writing these?
Very poorly.
How come I don't get the script?
That was a hilarious story.
Was that part of the script?
So, my small talk. What have I been up to? I have been, Turtle Guy, I haven't even said it. You won't let me, like, be original,
You're very
talk
dismissive
my
of my
life.
story. It was full of
Guys,
questions.
Guys, we're
Was there
15 minutes in.
remittances?
Small
Where did we
talk
get
is
the
usually
ice
done when
from?
the Turtle Guy, if you wanted us to know where you got the ice from, you should have said it in the story. But you didn't.
I
You
left
moved
it
past that
open to
bit.
interpretation.
The interpretation
Stop
was
trying to
not
force interpretations down our throats, then.
My art is wasted
Okay,
on you.
Turtle Guy. Turtle Guy, we're putting your Cold War anecdote to a close. Okay, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. Okay, I don't want to hear anything else from it.
It's a lukewarm conflict.
My small talk. I have been getting into my very first From Software game. As we all know, From Software games are notoriously evil for being extremely difficult. So which one is it? I'm playing Elden Ring, and I've attempted to start it multiple times, never had any luck. But I've once again started it, and this time it's going well for me. I've managed to beat a few bosses. I've beaten Godric, I've beaten Margit, I've beaten another one, what's her name? It's something Queen of the Full Moon. I can't remember her first name. I think it begins with a C. But it's going well for me. I'm enjoying it. It's a challenge, and I wanted to try and beat a From Software game because I've never actually beaten any From Software game. So I'm really enjoying it.
That's fair.
That's a bit of my small talk. Another bit of my small talk
Oh,
is
a little
I've
bit.
binged the whole TV show on that Prime TV stuff.
What was the show?
Anyone heard of it's an
The
anime show
Walking
called
Dead?
Hazbin Hotel?
Oh.
Nope,
Yeah, I did
because
hear
that
of that.
got shit after season 7.
That's a good show.
Hazbin Hotel, it's very enjoyable. It's about sinners in hell, and one particular sinner wants to, well, not a sinner because she was born in hell, she's the princess of hell, daughter to Lucifer, and she is trying to rehabilitate sinners so they can go to heaven. And like that's like the kind of premise of the show, without giving too much away. It's very enjoyable, and it's also kind of a musical show, so you'll get songs
a bit
every
of
now and
singing.
then.
Oh, what's his name? Keith David is in it?
Keith David's in it.
Yes,
Am I right in saying that's the Arbiter from Halo?
I believe so. He
And the
is
guy
the
who's going to
person that
be
is taking...
taking over Zavala.
Yep.
Yeah. That dude's
Yep.
voice is sensational.
He was... I am double checking right now just to confirm that he is in the show. So he's taking over the role of Zavala, and he was also in Princess and the Frog as Dr. Facilier.
Is this
Oh.
Keith Earl Jones?
Keith Davids.
Love that man.
Is
Pretty
that a
good.
yawn
But,
to
He was in Hazbin Hotel as Husk.
oh, he's Husk.
Yes.
That's the character, that's the
Ooh,
actor
very
that's taken
nice.
over Zavala, Hoover.
Ooh, very, very nice. He's got a nice low voice, and his
He
singing
does.
voice is really nice. He sings a song in Hazbin Hotel. Pretty
Also
good, as I
in the
was saying. It's
cast
a
that
musical
you may
show.
know Stephanie Beatrice, who played Rosa on Brooklyn
Yeah,
Nine-Nine.
Stephanie Beatrice is in it. She's
Okay,
pretty good.
good. This potentially isn't the IMDb episode, so we may...
I know, I'm just
Okay.
mentioning those two highlights.
So for From Software games, real quick before we jump off that, I really want to play Armored Core 6.
Armored Core, yeah.
Armored Core 6 is it looks really fun. It's From Software. I don't think it's the same kind of style, but you can build robots and you can fight robots. Do you know what I could build my robot out of? A toilet stall door. And I think there was someone that went into my college and I walked into the toilet and they stole a toilet stall door. And I'm pretty convinced now that they're going to use that to build a giant mech and shoot other mechs. on another planet as a bounty hunter,
is going
searching for
on?
mech
That is
parts.
that is so strange. Cyber.
I know, it's a
But,
wild
speaking
story.
about stealing a bathroom stall door off of its hinges, we're going to be doing a little stealing of our own. What are we stealing from? We're
What?
stealing
What
from
are
a
we stealing?
bakery. And we're stealing a cake. For who? Well, you might have noticed we are missing our blonde son of a bitch, David.
We are?
And we're stealing a cake for him, okay?
Let it
Why
be
are you
known.
stealing a
David
cake
would
for-
appreciate
Where the fuck
more-
is my cake?
Let it be known that you guys made my cake. We made Hoover's cake. For David, we're just stealing a pre-made one, okay?
For David,
But
we're stealing the pre-made
Yeah,
one.
I had
we're,
no cake. Empty cake is what Turtle Guy got.
Turtle guy, be
Turtle
goddamn
Guy,
patient.
pipe it down. Pipe it down. Okay. Turtle Guy, shush. Hush. Hush, Turtle Guy.
Hush.
Today's topic, as I tried to segue in, but Turtle Guy had to make it about him when really it's about David today.
So true. So true.
So, today's episode is about David, and we are stealing
it
David
is.
a cake. But our cake has to have specific requirements, and
Yes.
those requirements are going to be requirements we find out ourselves. Now, I don't usually host these episodes, so I'm not usually in charge of how the order of the layers of the cake goes. But I imagine it's going to be we each are responsible to find a different layer of the cake. Okay, so we
Indeed.
might have to steal 3 cakes and combine them all together, but that's not such a bad thing. So, Turtle Guy, I want you to enter the bakery and rob the first layer of the cake first, okay?
This is going to
We'll
be a
start-
dodgy looking bakery by the time we're finished, by the way.
It's going to be a dodgy
they're gonna be
base.
selling all the
I
shit
know,
that
Turtle
we're
Guy
doing.
could
I
make
don't
this
know
all
if
about
I'm just
himself.
so,
Turtle
if
Guy's the
memory
foundation
serves,
here.
From the last 3 times I did this,
3?
I don't recall.
Did you
doing
make one
a
for
Turtle
Eddie?
Guy cake episode. And
It
Turtle
was for
Guy, you
myself.
shouldn't recall 3.
You did one for yourself?
we just
I
gave
think
ingredients.
Turtle Guy
so
feels
clearly, anyway, shush. I'm
It should have
going
3
to-
requirements, Turtle Guy. Your layer should have 3 requirements, okay?
So, 3 ingredients or requirements?
3
It's the same
requirements
thing, potato,
you feel
potato.
David would
Well,
appreciate.
okay, so the first thing is, if you don't know, David is a beautiful blonde boy. And you know what so, you know who
Better
David
not be hair
reminds me
again,
of?
please.
It's not actually,
Please
it's
let's
really
not throw
clever.
hair in.
You know what, Dave? You know what I'm reminded of the minute I see David?
No.
The Milky Bar Kid. So we're coating this thing in white Milky Bar chocolate. None of that fancy Cadbury stuff. It has to be Milky Bar chocolate.
Okay, so
Does-
the bottom
good
layer
with
of this
this?
cake is going to be covered in
Was
milky
anyone-
bar chocolate.
Was anyone not surprised when, like, recently they changed the wrapper for Milky Bar, then making it say now contains milk? Like, what the fuck were they making Milky Bar out of before? Did no one else stop to think about that? I haven't taken one
allowed to
since.
disclose that information.
I legitimately have not taken one since because I have been
What, out
concerned.
of fear?
As
Yes!
vice
tastes
president
different.
of some country, we cannot say.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I can't put any presidential bias on this, obviously.
Yeah,
But
we can't let our opinions on the Milky Way bar be known.
yes, that is true. It could cause
I don't
another
even know if
lukewarm
David
conflict.
likes
First
white
lady
chocolate.
Turtle Guy.
I don't think he does. I could be wrong. This is the point where I get a text. Turtle Guy, you dumb shit. Love white chocolate.
Dumb shit sniff in like quotation marks.
The sniff is the key part of it. But anyway,
I mean, it
that's
adds
the main
gravitas.
thing we need in this cake. The other
Okay.
thing, our boy David, he loves to write, so we're putting some script pages in there.
Ah,
Any
nice.
particular script pages or just script pages
Let's
from
put the
anything?
script to Jurassic Park in there. Mix it up well.
A good choice.
Okay, a
good
fine
choice.
year.
And of
fine
course,
year.
we need some liquid.
Okay.
And our boy
because-
David, he loves a good vampire. He loves a good demon. Let's put in a single drop of blood.
Oh, I would have. Okay.
Okay, because when we all think of cakes, we all think of liquid.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a cake. What liquid's in the cake? Turtle Guy, I won't say it's a beautiful first layer. I'll say it's some kind of first
Listen, I
layer.
started
It's a
out
fucking
really
start.
good and
It's
then
a
went
paper mache
downhill
project.
fast.
That's all he's made. A paper mache
base
project.
of some sort.
This thing is flammable now.
Okay, so Turtle Guy has gone into this bakery looking for a cake covered in Milky Way bars with script pages specifically from Jurassic Park in it and a
I'm
drop of
chopping them
demon's
up
blood.
now.
Might have to go to Hell's Bakery shop for that one, Turtle Guy.
David is a big fan of hell.
He is a big fan of Hell.
He
Anyway,
is. I'm fairly certain I've seen him in pictures with the devil.
some might say he even is the devil, but he's in his good guy arc, so no,
He
he's
is
not the
in his
devil.
good guy arc.
He is. That is
Yeah.
I don't know.
true.
Let's put some. Can I add another thing or will I leave it?
We'll leave some toppings for the cake later, so hold on to those. Hold on to those.
I'll hold
Turtle
on to
Guy.
my topping.
Just stray away from liquid. It's my best advice because I don't think liquid and a
not
cake
liquid, I
goes
swear.
together.
And
Okay.
it'll really tie the cake together.
Well, sure. Who's actually going to tie this cake together is Cyber. What are your 3 requirements when you go to rob this cake for the second layer of
Okay.
our triple-decker cake?
Come on, Mr. President.
Okay, well, Mr. President's gonna admit to some crimes here if I'm going the way that I think I'm gonna go. Right, so, first of all... Yeah, okay, so, first of all, what I want to... Sorry, my brain
First
just...
of all,
Turtle Guy, but it was-
complete silence.
my brain needed to, like,
That's what you love on a podcast, isn't it?
my
Complete
brain
silence
needed to kind of
when you
rework
hear
everything.
nothing.
So, first of all, I would like to... Turtle Guy, you may need to clarify this for me, because I may be slightly wrong in this. But as we know, all good cake layers require lots of liquid. So, in order to start the mixture of mine, I want to pour in my good buddies, my best friends, one of the 4 best friends that we are. And Turtle Guy, don't make a joke of being like, yeah, it's a big... We're 4 best friends. I think... Stop sniffing as well. Are you okay?
Oh, okay, I'll just not breathe.
Turtle Guy, just stop
you don't need to
breathing on
sniff
the
by
other end.
breathing. What the fuck? You
Like,
can breathe.
Stop
That's sniffing.
sniffing down the mic.
Anyway. Is Turtle Guy, answer me, is this the correction? What the fuck am I? My brain is breaking by the second. Turtle Guy, please, if you can, tell me if this is correct. Is David's favorite beer Moretti?
So, looking here at my notes, last I checked, yes, it was Moretti. Yeah, no, we'll stick with Moretti.
Okay, Moretti. So I'm gonna pour in a little bit of Moretti in my cake layer. You know, just to
Moretti
let
and
it set.
spaghetti.
Just to let it let it be, let it fester.
Cyber,
Let it brew.
do you remember when I said to Turtle Guy to stray away from liquid?
I'm making a joke here.
Double down!
I'm gonna freeze it. You see, this is gonna set in the layer and it'll make it all sticky and stick together. My
So
second
frozen liquid.
frozen liquid. Yeah.
Okay.
My second thing is that in order to keep all of this in shape, there's going to be a giant kind of thing going around it. Turtle Guy had white chocolate keeping his layer in. I am going to have a giant belt, but not any belt, you see. If we're ready to steal from a bakery, I think the next logical step is to steal from WWE headquarters, and I want to steal one of
I don't know,
the
man.
one of the
I don't know if we can take
WWE
on those
belts.
kind of people.
We'll send in Turtle Guy. He can do it. He studied physics.
Wait, what?
So we'll get that. We'll tie the belt around the cake, and it'll keep it in layer. Momentum and throwing. You'll know. You can tell the momentum and what to stop and the pendulum
I'm
swing.
sorry.
But I think we should have as the kind of centerpiece. We could have like a
Dwayne,
WWE,
please.
a WWE belt, with maybe like a DK
get
on it
it.
or something.
Wait,
A custom
we could've
WWE
got
belt.
A custom one.
Or a classic WWE belt, whichever David would prefer. I'll figure it out.
WWE.
And but now you can take that off your bucket list, right? In prison. So the last thing that I would have in my layer of the David cake might be a bit unexpected because it would be nothing. My third edition.
Nothing can be
Hear me
said of
out.
nothing.
Hear me out. My third edition for the David cake is a blank space. A place
Okay.
to hold something. Because I can talk to David about anything I create. I can throw any ideas. I can throw. This is a lot for. This goes for all of you.
Nothing.
This goes for all. Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to be emotional. This goes for all of you. But for David, there's been many times, many nights at like fucking 3 in the morning. Whenever we're not talking about horror stuff to scare each other, we end up talking about things that we write and scary stuff. So ignoring the skinwalker, I'm going to hide inside it. It's just going to be a barren place in the cake where people can talk and express their ideas. Because David is always there to listen. David is a great soundboard to bounce off ideas off each other. He'll tell me if things are shit, which is good to hear. He'll tell me if things are good, which is also good to hear. And it's just that he's very good. We came up with ideas for like custom Transformer stories, and we've helped each other develop ideas for stories that we want to tell in the future. Again, which we all have, but me and David have for many a year we've stayed up ridiculously late at night just talking absolute shit about stuff that we want to write, and it's a very nice time. I remember those nights well, and I wouldn't swap them for the world, as they say. So I have nothing in that layer of the cake. I have just space for growth, space for communication, and space for a skinwalker that I'm going to hide in the cake so that it'll keep him up at night at 3 a.m. It'll slowly lurch out of the cake, and it'll be cracking its bones as it looks towards him at the other end of the room. And I love that man for that. Not for the Wendigo bit, but for everything that he does.
I think Turtle Guy fucked up again and just said fun ingredients, but not any emotional shit again. Turtle Guy was a little bit too focused on like, hey, let's take the piss out of him. Instead of, oh shit, I kind of love that man for 10 plus years.
Well, once again,
man.
Turtle Guy has made his mistake. But let me just get this straight. Because it's
I forgot about that,
hilarious.
to be honest. I didn't. I just popped in.
This always keeps up. Oh, I'll give him a high five. He'll know what it means.
Well, we have
Just-
decorations.
just to
I have 2
summarise.
editions for the cake after this.
Just
I
to
haven't been-
summarize, your layer of the cake, Cyber,
It's
is
probably not solid. It's probably
is a
mush.
frozen layer of Moretti's,
Surrounded by a
No,
WWE
there's just-
belt.
and
Yeah.
somehow
People
it
know.
can't hold itself together.
Yeah.
So it needs the WWE custom
That's
belt to
for
hold it
decoration, but don't take it off for no reason
together.
in particular.
And
Yeah, the
then
rock is
you
looking
hollow
for it.
out the whole of the ice and leave nothing in the center.
No, okay, a little like a
So in
space
other
for
words,
nothing, not
when
anything.
I put my layer on, it sinks into your layer.
No, but you just gotta have a sturdy base. Whatever your base is, we can have one of those decorative like
Our
plate things in
base
the middle.
is Turtle Guy's layer with a drop of demon blood.
Why'd you go?
It has blood in it, man.
you,
Because there's a drop.
It's blood
actual
paper.
blood in the
Mine
layer.
is not liquid.
Hey, it's frozen, okay?
Okay, so in advance, David, I apologize for this cake because it might have a
think you'll have a
somewhat
good-
alright bottom, but it's gonna be a crunch in the middle.
Yeah, no,
A
you'll bite
crunch
into
of
your
solid ice.
into your slice of nothing from my end, and you'll enjoy it. It'll be great.
Yeah, and then get attacked by a skinwalker because that's hiding in
That's
the
just
cake.
for
And
decoration.
probably the whole WWE.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that'd be a bad thing for David. I think he'd quite enjoy that if the WWE storm into his house,
For all he
Suicide Squad
knows,
style.
Maybe John Cena's in the cake and he's just doing. He's
Well, we
waving
wouldn't
the
know.
hand in front of him, and we're like, "There's nothing there."
We wouldn't know. Maybe John Cena is a skinwalker. We wouldn't know. We wouldn't be able to see.
We just would not know. We wouldn't know one bit.
But Hoover, what about your layer? What about the top layer? This 3-tiered cake.
What about my layer? Well, I was coming up with some ideas for what I could for the 3 requirements I need to
I
rob
hope
my
so.
cake,
That
and
was
I
the
realized I realized I've run out of food items because I think Moretti and Milky Way chocolate covers David. I don't really know what else, what other food. No, that would be shit for a cake.
Well, okay, bear in mind, Turtle Guy had paper in his, and I had a WWE belt, so don't worry about being shit for a cake.
So you're telling me you've already fucked up the cake so much that I don't have to worry about fucking it up? No, just-
Exactly, exactly.
So what's going to be on my layer of the cake? Well, the first layer is, I think, something that David has always been interested since the dawn of time. Speaking of the dawn of time, that's where I'm going with this point. Dinos.
Oh yeah, I was
David
gonna.
needs dinos on this cake. So that's
Roar.
why I've I found they might work better as toppings, but fuck it. I found dinos. I went back in time. I put them on the cake.
You put dinosaurs in the cake.
Are they alive?
There are dinosaurs. We don't know.
What do you mean we don't know, Whoover? There's a pretty big
I
distinction.
put
We'll
dinosaurs
find
in
out
by,
when we rob the
by
bakery.
destroying
Bro.
a script of Jurassic Park. You went back in time.
So
Dinos are in this
DNA.
cake.
Well, at least
So
so
far-
isn't fossils.
so far, David's cake is just a very, very
I mean,
elaborate way to
Cyber,
kill
Your
him.
cake was full of oil and machinery.
No, but listen, from
I've
Turtle
gone
Guy's
back
lair.
in time to the Dino Bakery, and it could be cakes made by dinos, or it could be dinos in the cake. I will not know until I go
You
back
will
in
not
time to
know.
find
But
out.
let's think about this. We've accidentally just murdered David in many ways. So, or at least
Remember,
given
we
him
don't
a
have
very
the cake
bad
yet.
day. Yeah, we don't have the cake yet. So we
These
have
are
a drop
requirements
of
to steal our cake.
demon blood, which probably will summon Satan or something inside
So
David's
Turtle
room.
Guy's going to hell
At the same
to get his cake.
At the same time, after summoning Satan, he'll cut into my slice and a Wendigo will pop out. Then all of a sudden we'll get a knock on the door and the entire cast of the WWE will appear. And then finally a goddamn Velociraptor is going to leap out of the top and then David is dead. We've killed
Well,
our friend.
We don't know. It could be a vanilla sponge cake, but it was made by a Velociraptor. I won't know until I travel back in time to steal this cake.
I guess not. So give us
Just
your
like
other
you,
two
Cyber,
things.
have to stop by Italy and the WWE headquarters to steal your part of the cake.
Well, I'm pretty sure I could probably get him already in like a local supermarket. I don't think I need to go straight to
Yeah.
the source.
No,
I mean, I'd like
David
the holiday.
would want the
I
finest
think David would
Moretti
actually
straight from the
appreciate it
source.
from the source.
I'll go to Italy. I'm happy with
Yeah,
that.
gotta go to Italy. Maybe you can visit the Italian WWE headquarters.
Is that a thing? I hope that's a thing.
I don't know. Anyway, so
Let
dinos are in this
WWE.
cake. Whether they've made this layer of the cake or whether they're in the cake is yet to be found out. But what else is going in this cake? I was thinking of that. And, oh, wait, I did have something edible. Nothing other than nectar. The nectar of the gods. Where am I pulling this out of? Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson, one of the...
Isn't that
few
poisonous
edible-
to humans, Hoover?
Huh?
It's poisonous to humans.
Bro, we're just killing David now. We might as well keep going.
David is... Guys, we all know David
Don't
is
worry, the devil's
a
blood will help
half-blood.
him.
David's the
Bro.
closest to being a god than any of us, most likely. Like, if we think about this in logical terms, David is the closest to godhood out of all of us.
I think Turtle Guy's gonna outlive us all. I would not be surprised if Turtle Guy's actually immortal.
I would actually feel robbed if Turtle Guy was closer to godhood than me.
I wouldn't. I think Turtle Guy would actually. I would not be surprised if Turtle Guy is some immortal being who's just chilling here. Maybe he's forgotten he's immortal. Maybe he got shot in the back 3 times like Jason Bourne as he fell from Olympus. But like,
But yeah, maybe this cake is poisonous. To
What?
David. We'll
Maybe?
only find out once he eats it because,
Maybe.
like as Turtle Guy said, it's poisonous to humans, but it's not poisonous to half-bloods. So we'll find out as soon as David eats it. If
I
he's
think
fine.
the Wendigo
for
might be a
half-bloods.
slightly bigger problem than the poison, but we'll
Well, he
gloss
has to
over
eat
that.
through the top layer first before he gets to the middle layer.
I guess that
So
makes sense. That
he
makes
might
sense.
be poisoned first before the Wendigo gets to him.
Or get
And if
eaten
the
by a
Wendigo
dinosaur.
doesn't get him, I'm sure all of hell will come after him after he consumes a drop of demon blood.
But what's your last
So
edition?
yeah, the
Hoover?
nectar of the gods is gonna be in the top layer of the cake, and you know, hey, if it turns out David is a half blood, that pretty much is the nectar tastes like whatever his favorite food is. So there you go. That's a little fun fact for you. And what's the last thing going into this cake? Well, I haven't a fucking clue.
Can I add my topping?
I have 2
hold
things.
on.
I have 2 additions.
Hold on. You know what?
the minute we thought Hoover was done, we were gunning for his life.
It's like, what the
so-
fuck? I'm not trying to kill Hoover. I'm just gonna make an
So
addition to the
Cyber,
cake.
you had your layer wrapped around with a WWE
Indeed.
custom made belt. I'm gonna have this top layer wrapped in the style of a new college professor, because that's been David's look, his new look recently, and I think it really works for him. It rocks.
Fair,
It
yeah.
rocks. He has the blazer. He has the nice chinos.
Oh,
Don't forget the
Whoover, we
chinos,
might
but he has the
just
nice
clash a little.
trousers. Huh?
I want to put a coat on the. I
No,
want to put a coat
I-
on
Well,
the cake.
I
too
appreciate
bad.
the message.
I have beaten you to
I'm
it.
putting another coat on the cake.
I appreciate
Well,
the message,
you can't
but
put a coat over a jacket.
does anyone not think putting
I'll
clothes on a
put a
cake
nice
is kind of
jumper
weird?
over it then.
Cyber, you put a wrestling belt on this cake.
Yeah, around it. But if you put a
belt
shirt,
is
it's gonna be
considered
loads of
clothing.
fabric. Yeah, but a load of fabric is gonna get stuck in
You
it.
don't
and be like,
think
"Ugh."
so?
Fierce
So
Whoover making
hold
it
on.
not a cake
Whoa.
anymore.
Belt is fine for a cake. Wendigo is
Around.
fine for a cake.
Yeah. I got space in the
Yes.
middle of mine. You know.
I'm not. Who said I'm putting clothes in the cake? I said it's going to be styled like a college professor, so it looks like it's wearing a little blazer.
We've met a
Oh,
man.
it's
and
icing.
fine trousers.
We've
Ah.
created a
It's
person.
fancy icing.
I get no, we haven't.
Yeah,
Turtle
no, I
Guy.
haven't created a person.
Why would
Turtle
we
Guy,
have created
we
a
are
person?
far
What?
from creating a person. Unless putting a drop of demon's blood into a cake makes a person, I think we haven't created a person.
That'd be
In
a plot
fact,
twist.
We definitely haven't created a person, because we've just put monsters
We've
into
created a
cake,
monstrosity.
so we've created a demon, terror, monstrosity.
Can I say my
There you have
additions? I do like that.
Yeah, let's go for the addition, and let's make it a free-for-all, so someone
I've got
throw in
two.
an addition.
I've got two. My first one would be a decorative thing. I would decorate the top of the cake, or every tier of the cake, in various action figures that our good friend has painted. And I would subtly commission him, or I would practice myself in order to make an action figure of himself and the three of us around him, but have him at the top, obviously, and have like an action sequence
Beautiful.
of all of the different action figures climbing the cake, because David is painting action figures now, and he's getting damn good at it, if I say so myself. He posts us updates. And it's getting quite well. It is a very respectable talent that he has that I find
Yes,
very endearing.
it
I
is.
like it quite a lot. It's very fun to see the progression of each of his projects, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that continues to develop. So yeah, action
I
figures
like it.
around the cake.
That's a good addition to the cake, Seb. That's a really good addition to the cake.
Thank you.
I was thinking somewhere similar
Fruit
along those
Lego
lines
sprinkles.
myself, yeah. Lego sprinkles.
Yeah.
Plastic.
Edible ones, probably, maybe, if the budget allows.
If the budget allows, edible
You know
Lego.
how expensive normal Lego is?
Turtle Guy, also, we don't have a budget. We're thieves and we're robbing this cake.
Real.
I
listen,
established this at the start of the episode.
Yo, I don't know
There
if
is
I
no budget.
I don't know if I want to
if
be in
the
this
demon
bakery no
blood
more if
paper
there's demons.
next to
We're not in a bakery.
liquid
We haven't even
death
robbed
doesn't kill
a
him.
bakery yet. We're doing the Ocean's 11 thing where we're like stating the plan, and at the same time the plan's going on, we're like stealing the cake. So by the end of the episode, we'll just do the whole like, oh, we already robbed it all, boom, cake.
We could get him a burger instead. Maybe that on the side.
Just a cheeseburger.
We just scrapped the cake entirely, and we're like, David, we got your burger.
Yeah, but a burger on the side.
That's all we
likes,
got.
He likes good. He likes good food.
Burger on the side for you, David. That's all. That's all we can do.
But I have one other thing that I would like to add to this cake. It's not technically an addition to the cake. It's an addition, I should say.
An addiction.
An addition.
Addiction?
Well, it's not off it. An addition
David,
to
for your
how
cake, we
we.
gave you an addiction.
It's an addition to how we would get the cake to him.
Okay. I'm
I
listening.
would like to deliver this cake directly to David via the Lost Postal Service. I would like this cake to be sent on a plane, and then whatever the fuck happens in Lost will happen to the plane, and then David will get the cake. I don't know what
That just
happens.
means David's not going to get his cake.
Well, maybe we book David on a flight, and then they crash together. He lands on
We
a
put
paradise
David on
island.
a
David said he wants to try one of those survival
you want
situations.
David to get lost?
David himself said that he wanted to try out that situation. He thinks it'd be fun. So
Yeah,
I'm going to give him his present, but obviously I'll give him like a flare and a radio so that he could actually call us back.
That's
and
going
that
to
would
kind
be
of ruin my plans a bit.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the backup plan. We'll put in the tickets then for the,
Well,
the
no,
Lost
wait.
experience.
Maybe this could work. So the Lost experience. So we book David a flight, and he flies along with this cake, and then what happens in Lost happens to David. So now he's stuck on an island with this cake. But here's the problem: what's on the island is a WWE wrestling arena, and it turns out the cake is now what's considered the belt, and it's a Royal Rumble or whatever that is, and he has to fight. He has to give everyone what's the move? Cold Stone Stunners.
Stone Cold
Stunner.
And he has to fight for his cake.
I like that. I think he would appreciate the challenge.
I think
The
he would take it
situation,
on,
if you will.
and he'd grab a brick and he started whacking people.
Aliens would swoop down for a second, they get hit in the brick and they fly away again. Oh. That is perfect.
That was one of my additions. Turtle Guy, do you have another addition? It can be to the cake, or it can be
the experience.
Within, the outside of the cake. We've gone beyond. I love how these cake episodes, like, let's focus on the cake,
Well,
and we're slowly moving away from the cake.
We've mentioned the action figures. What have I missed from him?
I have another thing, I just don't know how to work it into the
Let's make the cake
cake.
invincible.
Fuck you, that was literally what I was about to say, I didn't know how to make it in.
You didn't say it!
I was also thinking of Invincible as well.
That's
But I was
fair.
thinking,
So he
like,
can't
how
actually
do we
cut
put
this cake
Invincible in?
now.
Honestly, it's probably safer for him,
Great
to be
job,
honest,
Turtle Guy.
considering what we put in it.
So now that David has gone through the Lost experience, a WWE Royal Rumble, and he finally gets a chance to have his cake, too bad for him, it's invincible, or should I say, it's a...
It's a little hard to do.
And so now he can't even eat this cake. Even if he wanted to, although I don't think he does now that it has demon blood in it and a Wendigo hiding in it and possible dinosaurs, we don't know.
I think we should also give him a safety manual, maybe, to go along with. This isn't a
For the
reference to
cake?
anything, but just for the cake, because this is
For
by
the
far
cake?
the most dangerous cake that we've ever made.
This is the most dangerous cake we've ever made. Well, I actually didn't have partake in making one of them, and someone threw hair in it, which was awful to eat.
I
Why
know,
were you
right?
eating it? Oh, yeah, shit, never
Wait,
mind.
what do you mean? I'm pretty sure that was your layer as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I meant hairstyle, I didn't mean actual... Oops.
There was hair in it, and did it taste nice? No.
No. The taste like no.
Have any of these cakes tasted nice? No.
No.
This one tastes nice? Definitely
No.
not.
Oh man, incredible.
Just thinking about these cakes episode, when we eventually do Turtle Guys, and Turtle Guy won't be here
I'll
for
be dying of starvation.
sorry. If the possible future of us doing Turtle Guys episode, can we actually just not make him a cake? It's just a blank plate. I think that would be really funny.
I don't know if it'd be funny or mean at this stage, because he desperately wants one. The man is craving for a cake.
I'm so hungry.
Let's just like, you know, like,
You're allowed to eat other
what's-
things, Turtle Guy. You do know that.
what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm waiting.
What's the thing? Divert expectations. You know, he's expecting a cake. We divert expectations. Give him a plate.
Smash him over the head with it and run away. Oh man.
Anyway, let's get back to David's cake. So we've made an invincible cake that he can't eat, and just for the heck of it, he goes through the Lost experience and a WWE Royal Rumble.
Hell yeah.
Anything else we want to do to like throw in with this cake?
Give him a horse.
Anything else, like give him a horse?
Give him a horse.
Oh yeah, so it turns out after the WWE Royal Rumble, he finds that the island he's on is America in the same time period as Red Dead Redemption 2.
The island is
Also
America.
Wrestling?
The island is the continent of. Okay.
I've missed a trick. We need to put a hat on top of the cake.
What?
I'll allow it. We're putting a hat on top of the cake, and
Why?
whose hat is it? Arthur Morgan's hat.
Oh right, yeah.
And then he'll get to go around the island being like, Dutch!
Dutch,
Dutch!
Dutch. What are you doing there, Dutch?
Dutch will be there being like,
I have
Arthur,
a
I
plan."
have a plan.
I have a plan, Arthur.
And be like, dirt.
Dirt, come on, dirt.
And then David will just fulfill his dream, living like a cowboy, living life on the
like
road,
a cowboy.
on a horse,
Oh, and then while he's eating the
stumbling
cake,
from town to town.
or while he attempts to eat the cake, sorry, because it's invincible, we should have a
While he
soundtrack.
breaks his teeth eating the cake, yeah.
We should have a soundtrack or the live performance of, is it Billy Joel? He likes a good bit of Billy Joel.
We have
likes
Billy
Billy Joel.
Joel coming out of the cake.
We have no, but he's gonna suffocate
No.
in there, turtle guy. He can't get out.
He's gonna fight the Wendigo or suffocate.
Nothing.
Billy Joel is the Wendigo.
Nothing.
Billy Joel is the Wendigo, and he can't reveal the fact that he's the Wendigo because
So he
he's
has
trying
to
to
sing-
say to David to let him out of the cake, but the cake's invincible, so he'll never get out of the cake. So he's just going to continuously sing Billy Joel for the rest of the cake's life.
Chekhov's Billy Joel
Good thing we
Wendigo.
trapped him in the middle layer, so he can't
know.
hop out of the nothing.
Look, it's all planned. It's all planned. It's
Perfect
the...
thinking, Cyber.
Thank you. What can I say? I had no idea what I was
See,
doing.
we made the most dangerous cake, but we also made it invincible, so nothing in the cake can actually get at David. You see, because
Exactly.
we care about David.
We care about
for
him
our
a lot.
friend, and we wanted to give him this awesome cake that
Oh wait,
could
can
kill
Turtle
him,
Guy be
but
a
doesn't have the power
vindictive
to kill
bitch
him.
for a second?
Of course.
Okay.
When you guys have left the beach or wherever the fuck we are setting up this cake,
The
You
continent
guys
of
leave.
America.
The
Mhm.
island of America,
and
let's
Turtle
be
Guy
clear.
takes out a
The
little
island of
trowel
America.
that can dig through the invincible cake
Why?
and
No.
puts
Why would?
a piece of chewed up gum from underneath the desk into the cake for revenge.
It all comes
Wait.
full circle.
So after you give him the cake, you're going to dig up the cake in front of him?
No, no.
No.
Turtle Guy's not gonna come with just like a sandcastle shovel and just start eating, like tearing apart the cake. He's trying to put it in
just
beforehand.
About as just when he's about
Why?
to eat that first slice, I throw in the chewing gum.
But he's not going to be able to because it's invincible.
You just shut up and let me win.
But Turtle Guy, if you wanted to win, why did you not just put it in the layer of nothing with
I
Cyber's
didn't
layer?
know.
Okay, so we wanted to deliver a cake that would make David happy. Turtle Guy had other plans for revenge.
Yes, that is true.
Again, this was a last-minute revenge plan.
I like, Turtle Guy, that you started this episode being like, shit, I did the thing where, like, I didn't go wholesome, and I went really weird, and then you tried to go wholesome, but then you went, fuck it, I'll go for revenge instead. Any thoughts on that line of thinking?
The duality of man.
My lawyer would like to say no.
Are we in a courthouse now? What has the robbery of this cake led us to?
A beach on the island of America that has been time
Keep in
traveled
mind,
into the
we
Western Ages.
have not robbed this cake yet.
This is a really elaborate plan. And do you know why? Because it probably won't even work because Superman will come in. We all know that David loves Superman.
Superman's here.
Superman is...
Well,
I
Superman's going to do
think-
the thieving for us.
Yeah, he's part of the crew now.
He's part of the crew.
He's part of the crew.
Yeah.
I'm the president of
Because-
the island of America. Hoover's the vice president of the island of America. Turtle Guy is the
Sleepy
first
Joe.
lady of the island of America. And Eddie, of course, is this universe's version of Superman. Eddie will always play the clips that David asks for because he respects
Eddie
him. There's a
has,
mutual respect.
Traveled to hell, traveled back in time to the dinosaur age, and also traveled
we're just
into
letting
the
Eddie do
fictional
all
world
this.
to find a Wendigo. And he has made the cake
Yes,
while being Superman.
exactly. Exactly.
That's how we got the cake. And just like that, at the end of Ocean's 11, the plan works, and we got what we wanted. David's cake. It's here in front of us. Invincible as it is. Now all we need to do is book a flight to America.
The island. Let us be clear.
Send the island, which David will soon find out is America after he faces all the famous wrestlers in the Royal Rumble and realizes he gets to live out his life in Red Dead Redemption 2 in America.
While
So-
listening to a cake that just permanently sings Billy Joel.
Yes, while listening to a cake that permanently sings Billy Joel. I think David's happy. I think we achieved
I hope so.
the
I hope
mission
so.
of this pod. David's happy.
David, if you're
Apart
not
from,
happy,
of course,
let us
when
know.
he goes to eat the cake and Turtle Guy's revenge mission worked,
But he
and there's
won't
a
know
piece
that.
of
It's
chewed
like
up
a
gut.
Princess and the Pea situation.
Well,
No,
but the Princess and the
that's
Pea knew
not
it.
how the princess of the pea. Yeah, the princess knew about the pea. She was
actually.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she
The
did,
fact
that's the whole
was,
point.
They put a pea under several mattresses, and she could still feel the pea. And she was like, "There's a fucking pea underneath this."
She didn't know. She didn't know.
She
did
did.
not know.
She did.
No, because they
Turtle
put
Guy.
it in, and they said if she mentions it later, then she's a princess. If she doesn't mention it, then she's not.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
mentions it.
she mentions it.
Yeah,
That's the whole
but
point of
when
the.
she's hopping up into the bed, she doesn't know that the pea's there, does she?
She's not lying on the pea yet.
But she can still tell that something was wrong. That's the point of the
Yeah,
the
but
nursery
that's-
rhyme.
Well, it's not a nursery rhyme.
I know, I
What
couldn't think of the
I'm
word.
saying Is he won't know nothing's wrong until it's in his body.
I don't. If you're chewing, if your mouth all of a sudden feels.
I didn't know.
How the fuck did you not know? You were looking at it and you probably had to put it in your own mouth.
Actually, let's not.
Turtle Guy,
The turtle guy's headset disconnected.
what?
Is that what I just heard?
happened? What happened to Turtle Guy? Like, why is he so hell bent on revenge?
It's character growth, I think, Hoover. But
Is this all stemming from the fact he has no cake?
maybe.
Turtle Guy,
Have we not
just like,
discussed that I am petty
Take a
asshole
chill
turtle
pill.
guy?
You're not an asshole.
are you going into your asshole
I am
work?
not taking any pills or things from anyone ever again.
What? The fuck?
So Turtle Guy
Who's
is
giving him pills?
Going on a starving strike.
I don't think that's what he meant. I think he's just not going to take drugs, which
No,
I'm
he
hoping
said he's
is
not
good.
taking anything from anyone again.
Oh, yeah,
seeing
that's
as
true.
Food
So
is
is a
given by
cake.
other people. Yeah,
He won't be able to take a cake.
he won't be able to receive a cake. You're right, Cyber.
God damn,
Um,
I thought that's unfortunate.
I guess he doesn't want a cake episode.
Unless he wants to
Like
torture himself.
he just said it there. He just said it there. He doesn't want to receive anything from anyone. So how we can't give him a cake if he doesn't want it?
I know, he'll just have to starve.
That'd just be going against his wishes. And as good friends,
Of course.
you, me, and David are to Turtle Guy, we would not give him something when he demands that we give him nothing.
Of course.
I was the inventor of the cake.
Yes,
I
but
was
then
the Oppenheimer for cake.
And look how
David
far
had to
you've
come in
fallen.
and change and take it over.
Shut the fuck up.
David was
Yeah.
Came from my brain.
yeah, but if it wasn't for David, this might have ended up being like a trash too.
Yeah. I think. See, David saved this cake episode. Series.
Well, maybe
And,
David should save it again.
I think we should honor David by delivering this cake and experience and ignore what Turtle Guy is saying.
I think David has a knack for helping us develop fun ideas, and I think that's a good note to end on. He helped develop the cake episode. He helped develop
I
the
wouldn't
first
mind.
fools.
Hang on,
through
can
his
I
character.
mention for the record? You
Yes?
all got cake. I got an episode where it was like, oh hey, let's go and do Turtle Guy's ideas without Turtle Guy.
Turtle Guy, that's not your cake episode.
I know it's not
And
my
also,
cake
you said
episode.
yourself
I
that
don't
we
have
did a
cake.
better idea than what you were going to do with that topic.
Yeah, we addressed the idea afterwards, and you said, "Oh, that's not what I had planned. I actually didn't have anything planned for." I think you told us you didn't know what that meant yet.
That is true. That is
Lies.
true. Vice President
Lies.
Hoover
No,
speaks
this
truth.
isn't lies. I'm the vice president. I don't lie.
I am
don't
the
lie to the
Turtle
people.
Guy, destroyer of worlds.
No,
No,
Turtle
you're the
Guy,
first lady.
I could be both.
You could be both. You could be both. You could be both. But I feel
No,
like if you were
because
destroying
as
the
we've
world, you wouldn't be the first
established,
lady
Cyber
of
is
the
Mr.
world.
President of the world.
Oh, I thought it was just the island of America. That's a nice,
Wait, what?
a
And
nice
America
promotion.
is the world, as
Oh, of
Americans
course.
would say.
Hell yeah. Eagles and liberty.
America. Eagles and liberty.
That's what I want in my cake. All right.
Caw!
Cacao! Every time you open it up.
Boys, I think we've reached a good note here. You know, Cyber is Mr. President of the world. Turtle Guy's First Lady of the world. I'm vice president of the world, and David is off with his invincible cake, having the lost experience, fighting in a Royal Rumble with all the WWE wrestlers, and living the life he dreams in Red Dead Redemption 2. I think, I think we've done a successful. I think we've done a successful job here, and we can pat ourselves on the back.
I hope so.
You know,
I hope so. Except for the weird vengeance subplot, but other than that,
except for the weird vengeance subplot from Turtle Guy, which we're gonna choose to ignore. I think we did a good job. You know, give
I think
ourselves
so
a slap on the back. Well, audience, you know, that's been us, the boys in the pod, and if you want,
Hi, David.
I've been informed
Hi,
recently
David.
that most of these episodes come out on Spotify. I thought they came out on YouTube. They don't anymore. Just come listen to us on Spotify, and
Please
you know,
do.
obviously go support Cyber on his channel, the Cyber Prime, or
Thank
should I
you.
say the _ Cyber _ Prime.
Can I peek
And
behind
if
the
you give
curtain
Turtle
ever
Guy
so
a few
slightly and ask a
likes,
question?
oh yeah, go ahead.
Depends.
When is this coming out? Or has that been decided?
That has not been decided, but let me. We could break the rules.
Break
Maybe this
the
one time we could break the rules. Maybe this one time we could break the rules.
You saying this
Maybe
would
this
come
one
out
time we could break
1
the
or 2
rules.
days early?
Potentially, Hoover.
Okay,
So wait,
Well,
are we gonna get
surprise.
a double week then?
we've come out
I
early.
think so. Maybe we'll see.
But what was I saying? Yeah, I'm sure if you give Turtle Guy a few likes, you know, he might release the next episode of Turtle Talks. We're all waiting on it. Not me, because I don't listen to anything. So Turtle Guy, at least you don't have that pressure coming from me. But I know there's others. Hint, hint, Cyber. Hint,
I've
hint,
given
David.
up. I've stopped. I've moved on. I'm
Oh,
realizing.
then it's just David. So yeah, and David, go find him in Red Dead Redemption 2. Give
We'll
him
find that
away for us.
redemption.
And
He'll be
you
sitting
can't
in a
find me
local
on the
coffee
internet.
shop.
I'm actually an invisible ghost.
That's hopefully true. You'll be going on the internet one day
Yeah.
and then you'll go like
Yes.
boo Hoover, and then you'll get scared.
Boo.
Ver. But
Yeah,
Dave, you'll find
that's been
David
us.
in real life in a sunset. You'll be walking through your town, and you'll look in the window of a local coffee shop, and you'll see a dashingly
know it's him.
handsome, tall, blonde, long-haired man sipping a
Yep.
coffee,
That blonde son of a bitch.
reading a comic book, with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
And then he might look up slightly concerned as you're like breathing against the glass, staring at him. But just we'll ignore that bit for now. So
yeah. Ignore that bit. Like, he'll appreciate it in the afterlife. Anyway, that's been us, the boys in the pod. It's time we roll out.
Fashion report.
Hey, my thing.